What you really need to know about home prices. According to recent data from Fannie Mae, almost 1 in 4 people still think home prices are going to come down. If you're one of those people worried about that, here's what you need to know. A lot of that fear is probably coming from what you're hearing in the media or reading online. But here's the thing to remember. Negative news sells. That means you may not be getting the full picture. You may only be getting the clickbait version, as Jay Thompson, a real estate industry consultant, explains.
Housing market headlines are everywhere. Many are quite sensational, ending with exclamation points and predicting impending doom for the industry. Clickbait, the sensationalizing of headlines and content, has been an issue since the dawn of the internet, and housing news is not immune to it. Here's a look at the data to set the record straight. Case-Shiller releases a report each month on the percent of monthly home price changes. If you look at their data from January 2023 to the latest numbers available, here's what you'd see.
What you notice when you look at this graph, it depends on what color you're more drawn to. If you look at the green, you'll see home prices rose for the majority of the past year. But if you're drawn to the red, you may only focus on the 2 slight declines. This is what a lot of media coverage does. Since negative news sells, drawing attention to these slight dips happens often, but that loses sight of the bigger picture.
Here's what this data really says. There's a lot more green in that graph than red, and even for the 2 red bars, they're so slight that they're practically flat. So if you look the year as a whole, home prices still rose overall, and it's perfectly normal for the housing market to slow down during winter because that is during the holidays and people don't usually move during the holidays. So there's not much upward pressure on home prices during that time. That's why even the green bars towards the end of the year show smaller price gains.
The overarching story is that prices went up last year, not down. To sum all that up, the source for the data in the graph, Case-Shiller, explains it like this. Month over month, numbers were relatively flat. However, the annual growth was more significant for both indices, rising 7.4% and 6.6% relatively. If one of the expert organizations tracking home price trends says the very slight dips are nothing to worry about, why be concerned? Even Case-Shiller is drawing your attention to how those were virtually flat and how home prices actually grew over the year.
Data shows that as a whole, home prices rose over the past year. If you have questions about what's happening with home prices in our area,
call.
Let us know.
Yes, call Chris and Sunny, and we are here and happy to help you.